We're back and it's time to party. Happy holidays. We have Faze going up against TK here for a very special ScufGaming showdown. Now we've thrown some pro points on the line. Is it 250 per person?
250.
So nice 1,000 to the team that wins it, which will definitely go toward their global pro points ranking. But they also are playing for the MVP Scuf controller, totally custom controller built by Scuf. Something that every player at the pro level is going to want to.
Yeah, I mean, Aches won it the other night in the Complexity Envy match. I know he was psyched about it, and I think, all these players, they're pretty much going for that Scuf. Everyone wants a Scuf bucket.
Who are your two leaders right now? Of course, we had Methods go big in the first two games.
I think Methods would have to be your leader for Faze, I always count the games that you won. I mean, who cares? I mean, Classic went off, they lost, but who cares? So then I would say Methods in the two games that they won. Obviously, he was shining. And then I would say Theory for TK. He's been strong pretty much throughout the whole series for them.
You know, Nezglo was kind of the lead slayer in that last one, dropped plus 12. So he's going to be my guy to watch here from TK. I know we love giving Theory credit for his hot start in that last Blitz game, but now it's Dom. Totally a team-dependent game mode. You need your teammates to play properly to win this, regardless of how big you go. And at the start, we're going to watch how Nezglo plays with his squad. Looks like they're going to leave one behind to capture that C flag. Everyone else pushing straight to B as he's going to be working with Sharp.
Yeah, and I mean, you see he's stunned on your screen, but he's still able to pick up that kill on the Classic, and that's a big kill at the start of this round, Pucky. If you're able to get this bar control, I mean, you can pretty much hold that 2-cap for a very long time.
Uh-oh, everyone going down now here from TK. It's going to be Sharp inside the bar. Sharp trying to do what he can all by himself. Grenade going out the front. Now his teammates are watching the kitchen, and it's going to be TK with the first B control. But you got to look at C. It's now been neutralized. They finally got it back and will now be able to start pulling away on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be pushing up and trying to get this 3-cap. And I like this play. Strike zone's a map where if you can get these 3, you can spawn trap them in that junk area, which is the area that Sharp was looking at. But, it looks like they're going to give up C in the process of getting A.
Down goes Sharp as well. The hot hand belongs to, well, it was Replays, but now it's JCap on your screen. Let's see what he can do for this Faze lineup. Rocking that SC 2010, and he wants to hang out outside of the pro shop. What do you think he's focused on doing here? His opponent has A, they have B. What's JCap's role on the squad now?
Right now, I mean, JCap's really got to push up and get some cutoffs. I would love this spot if they were in control of A, because this is a great spot to watch A from. We love to have an AR player play this spot, because if they have A, he can kind of sit behind that barrel or that box. And, if people jump on it, they're able to take him out pretty easily at long range. But, right now he's going to need to push up, try and get to a good position to take control. There you go. And, I do love the choice of the SC 2010 as opposed to the Remington on this map. It's a much better, just close, medium range assault rifle.
Seems to be working for JCap currently 4-3, the best score on his squad. You're going to see Classic, though, struggling at 1-5 and 2-3 from Methods as everyone is falling. Nezglo is 8-3 at the start of this one, was just picked off. So we're going to jump back on board with Sharp from TK. And as you can see on the scoreboard, 41-22. TK got off to a hot start, and they are definitely rolling at this moment. Sharp making sure they have control of B, and Nezglo heating things up at 9-3. Let's see what he's doing. He's doing it all with the Bison, a very interesting weapon here. The SMG that is so powerful at short range.
Yeah, the Bison's great for this map because it's all about those just close range gun battles. And the Bison has such a high rate of fire. Yeah, he's shooting teammates over there, but I mean, he's able to pick up a kill right there on A. So it's a big kill right there. He's going to be able to secure it with that kill.
Now with the Bison, can you challenge at range, or is it purely kind of a short to medium range at max?
You can challenge at range. It's going to take a few more shots, though, than, let's say, the MTAR or the Vector. So on this map with the Bison, you're going to try and really just play the areas around the flags or the bar area. I mean, you can kind of hide behind that statue over at C, pick up easy kills, or just roam this area that he's roaming right now. I really like the play out of Nezglo on this map. He's 13-4 right now.
Yeah, he's heating it up, my friend. There's number 14 with that kill up top, taking down Replays. And look at the kills in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Faze, 8-5 from JCap. 3-8 from Classic, totally taking away any momentum that he started to gain in that last one. Replays and Methods both held double negative as finally Nezglo runs out of ammo before being taken out. He is positive 11 here on Strike Zone.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only way they were going to take him out in that situation, to be honest, is if he ran out of ammo, which he did. You see Faze making a little bit of a push, trying to take A. They took A, but now they're going to give it right back up to TK. And, you know, Faze is playing this map way too slow. I mean, you have JCab, he's running an AR, but he was kind of just hanging out. He's not really pushing up, helping his team. So, I mean, they got to figure out something better in the second half.
Grenades coming in. Neslo just dodges it, comes up top of the catwalk. Will he drop on C? No, he gets the calls out, and he's going to clean up the player, charge into A. Neslo doing everything right. His teammates pushing into B. Can he help them out? No, they go down. So 2 down here from TK. It's the push back from JCap and the boys on Faze. JCap checking over at his C spawn. That's all good to go. Cleans up player in the middle. Now, if you're JCap, do you go back to B and just lock this down, or do you try and go all the way around for the 3 cap in the final seconds?
No, right now they just need these points. They can't try and get greedy and try and get that 3 cap. They're down by a decent amount. They got to take as many points as they can get.
Trying to make it just a 20-point differential at the half, and even that is going to be tough. Final 5 seconds in this one, 87 to 67, and it looks like your final score will be 69 to 88. So they did a little bit of work at the end, but Faze still has plenty to do in this second half if they want to make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, and I believe that was a 19-point victory. So
19-point, yeah, for the first half.
Yeah, so I mean, that's not too big of a lead to overcome on Strike. So, you know, it's an easy map to hold the 2 cap. And I mean, yeah, Neslo 20 and 6. I mean, that's you know.
How about the 3 and 10 from Kaliber?
I was gonna say, no. I mean, it's a good thing that Neslo goes off, because if he doesn't, I mean, they're in the slaying department. They're lacking a lot. So I mean, Neslo stepping up huge for his team. I mean, he was your MVP of that the Blitz on Freight, right?
Yeah.
So he's heating up.
Yeah, he's got the hot hand for sure. Very surprising to see Kaliber struggling at 3 and 10. Faze, you know, they got off to the hot start. They took games 1 and 2. They dropped the Blitz game as TK is starting to heat up. Neslo leading that charge now in the slaying column every single game. His teammates supporting him very well. And we'll see if they can close it out, holding on to that 19-point advantage for our final 5 minutes here in the second half.
Yeah, and you know, if you're TK, I would probably let Kaliber just rock an AR in this map. I saw he was rocking a sub for the most of that half. So I think, you know, he's naturally an AR, and you're going to see right there on your screen, he's going to have that Remington. And he's pretty much just going to try and do what JCat was going to do. He's going to try and take it. He's going to take his own home flag, let his submachine guns roam around. He's going to be in charge of locking that down.
Lord Kaliber, TK. Coming off the respawn in 40 seconds here, Mr. X.
Yeah, and you know, let me get a little.
Let's switch through. We got Neslo going over to the MTAR. MTAR here for Sharp and Theory. JCap going with a Remington of his own. Method sitting with a Remington. Classic with the Bison, and Replays pulling out the MTAR. So Classic is going to switch to the weapon that Neslo ripped it up with. Neslo's kicking things off with the MTAR. I want to see if he decides to switch back midway once things start going sour.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting also to see which way these players are going to break off the start. You know, Faze, they could easily just push TK's home flag to A with some stuns and grenades. So it looks like they're going to send Methods. He's going to try and challenge over at the junk area A. You're going to have 1 player cap their own home flag, and then they're going to send 2 players into B from Faze. So that's pretty much how TK played that. But you're seeing Methods, he was able to stay alive at junk and pick up a kill. So I mean, big plays right there out of him. But, you know, seeing tons of players go down. It looks like TK was able to neutralize Faze's home flag, Pocket.
Yeah, it was a very good job as Neslo was able to kill. That was Neslo who's trying to capture A. And in the meanwhile, we have Classic on your screen. He was able to push up, grab that bar, B flag. Now pushing out a bar. He knows his opponents are spawning at A, and he's going to try and push in. And you're going to see on the mini-map, C was just contested, so it's going to be a neutralized flag. Faze has to double back at home. And now they're pinned at B. This is not a great situation to kick off round 2.
Nah, this is not the situation that Faze wanted. You know, they were able to get a 2 cap off the start, and then they gave it up. And I mean, TK was able to get these 2 outside flags, and they're trying to lock in that spawn trap right now. You can see everybody. I mean, they love this AC spawn trap inside the bar area.
Good jump out board with my boy Methods. He was going huge early on, started to slow down, looking to heat it up once again. His squad down 19 seconds, or are they going 19 seconds?
They lost the first half minute.
Yeah. Down 19, needs to make it up here.
Yeah. And, you know, they're going to need to take one of these flags. I mean, A is neutral, and it looks like that TK is going to take it. And you see JCap, he's just going to play this super slow there. And right, Replay's trying to cut off his junk, not able to do it. And, you know, TK is able to take back A puck. You know, Faze had all 4 of their players over there.
Yeah, I'm looking through all the players to see what's going wrong, and we're going to stay on board. Replay through this fight, finds one in the middle, nice kills. Meanwhile, you got Classic on your streak, and Classic will just get shut down. Replays, he's up top here on the catwalk, though, and he can do some damage from here. Catching the spawners, gets one in transition, shots from the back, challenging the middle. I love the confidence he's playing with here.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing with a ton of confidence. I mean, rightfully so. They need to get some of that confidence back.
Ooh.
They looked so good in the first 2 games that we saw. Okay, I mean, coming back on that search and destroy. And also, I mean, winning that domination pretty handily in the first map. They need to get some of that groove back.
Looking at the scoreboard, the best KD in the second half belongs to Theory, who is 8-5 with 2 captures. And that just tells you how close this second round has been. Very even scoring in the KD. And Theory is going to make his way over to A. Meanwhile, his teammates are dealing with the action at B. Keep that locked down. At C, they're keeping it neutralized as well. So, fantastic strategy being employed by this TK squad as they're definitely starting to pull away. They entered with a 19-point lead, and they're looking to seal the deal. Just a minute 50 left here on Strike Zone.
Yeah, and I love the play out of Theory on this map. I mean, he's able to just lock down this junk area. So, you know, he's just going to lock down this whole section of the map for TK. And it's like what we talked about earlier. Theory is a player. He's so versatile. He's able to use submachine guns and ARs, and you're seeing both of that in this one life. You know, using that AR to pick up 2 players at junk. Then he needs a submachine gun to push in a bar, and he's able to do that as well.
It's like, yeah, I'm going to pull out this F-Car costume.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to switch it up, maybe pull out a Remington for a moment.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants, man.
He's just rolling. 12-5 from Theory, 12-4 from Clayster. Remember, Clayster entered the half at 3-10. Really turning it on as we jump on board with him. He is going to be cleaned up. Back to Theory for the moment. And Theory was just patrolling B, but all 4 down. It's Classic and friends leading the charge as we jump on board with Classic, who's trying to retake A. 57 seconds left on the clock, though. This one's near mathematically impossible.
I think this one is definitely done. Fuck yeah, I mean,
I tried to make it sound close, Matt.
Nah, they're done. And I think the better half for Clayster actually is probably that they let him switch to an AR the first half. We saw him running that submachine gun. Didn't like that at all.
He only went 17-6 though.
And, you know, yeah, Clayster. I mean, I think they figured it out. I think they realized that Clayster needs to run an AR on this map. And I think a lot of teams are going to start to realize that ARs are really important on strike.
Solid stuff from Clay at the end. Final shots going down. There's your scoreboard. Let's bring it up one more time. 18-7 from Clayster, 13-7 from Theory. Sharp going negative. Same thing with Neslo, but both players doing some objective work. Really, Theory, you can't say enough about this guy when it comes to the objective, though. 4 flags in the second half, going positive as well. Everything looking good from the boys on TK. 2 straight games.
Yeah, you know, you've seen TK gain a ton of momentum in this series. You thought the momentum could have went easily over to Faze once they were able to come back on that search and destroy, but I mean, TK entered back with 2 strong games of their own.
Well, Matt, that is going to take our series to 2-2. Who is your MVP in game number 4?
It's got to be, I think, Clayster, you know. I mean, he had a bad first half.
3-10, and you're going to give him the MVP?
19-8. I mean, in the second half, he locked down both of those flags. I mean, Faze was coming back a little bit. I mean, you can give Neslo. I mean, Neslo was 20-6 the first half, but finished the second half 10-15. I mean, Theory was pretty constant throughout the whole thing. I mean, if you do the math, Neslo did do better than Clayster.
Clayster was 3rd on the team.
Okay.
Just doing KD. Just
you love the KDs.
There.
You love KDs, man.
Throwing it out there. But, like you said, I think the consistency from Theory, staying positive, doing the objective in both rounds. I think he's the MVP from TK in that one. Yeah. On the other side, I mean, no one really to speak of in positive numbers. And
Nothing really good.
And they're just struggling. Once like the pressure's brought on them, that's when they seem to fail. If they can get set up and they can do damage from range, that is when this FaZe squad is shining. Guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. FaZe needs to get it together. The next map is going to be Search and Destroy. The map is Freight. We've seen short-range SMGs. Will you see any snipers?
Yeah, this map, you're definitely going to see snipers.
Snipers are coming. We'll see it after this.